Through These Doors is sponsored by Shields.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Over the years, you've had a chance to meet some of our highly skilled experts.
Merry Christmas.
And while it takes years to become a Shields expert in the outdoors or sports or fashion,
Merry Christmas.
during the holiday season, we're all experts
Merry Christmas.
at spreading Christmas cheer.
Merry Christmas.
So from our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Talk about the face mask incident.
One of us didn't get the puck in deep, and they're coming down the wall there, and it's kind of just standing there.
I had a lot of speed built up, and
Sanderson came in, tried to hit the guy, and the guy kind of stopped, got out of the way, and
he kind of made some kind of move and got out of the way, and
I ended up hitting him a little bit.
And Gordy's head happened to be in the way, so we collided head to head and knocked my fishbowl right off.
I wasn't sure until I got back to the bench. His face mask, the screws on the front snapped off, and I got back to the bench, and Jax and Hack were just dying, crying in the back there.
I think even Hack and Jax were kind of laughing about it, but
Cup's got it fixed up pretty quick there. It's pretty good.
It was 2-1, so we had to get back to the seriousness, and I was just happy that neither Gordy or I were hurt.
Fast starts, slow starts. The University of North Dakota men's hockey team has pretty much seen it all through the first half of the season. Last Friday against Lake Superior State was a new one. UND came out fast, but no goals to show for it. The Lakers, meanwhile, scored on the few chances they got, looking to knock off the new #1 team in the nation. But UND responded. North Dakota trailed by 3 goals on 2 separate occasions, but kept battling and scored 5 goals in the second period.
To the hash marks, a shot, save, rebound, they score! McMillan on the far side, and a loose puck, and Mark McMillan makes it a 4-3 game with his 8th goal of the season. For Parker, McMillan to Parks, a shot, a save, a rebound, Pullman scores! Pullman scores on the rebound into the middle, going to a shot, he scores! And he scores his 2nd of the year, and UND has come from 4-1 down in this period and now lead it 5-4.
Not back on our heels, not hanging their heads. Guys were, they were determined to try to find a way back in this thing, and we did.
Everyone just stepped up and said we got to give a little more, bear down. This is unacceptable. Can't come out like this at home in front of our fans, and we pushed back.
North Dakota avoided a potential disaster and picked up the 7-4 win as Tucker Pullman led the way with 2 goals. Saturday night proved to be a grind. UND played one of its best defensive games of the season, limiting the Lakers to only 6 shots on goal through 2 periods and 17 in the game, a season low for a UND foe.
Held in Pullman near side. Top of the point, Kajula. Far side, Jordan Schmaltz, a shot, a save, oh, it trickles in the goal! Keaton Thompson to Duke Johnson. A shot, he scores!
Lake State pulled within one at 14:50, but Jordan Schmaltz scored 2 minutes later, and the North Dakota defense held on from there.
That's probably the best way I can describe it. I thought it was just a grind for 60 minutes. I thought we had a lot of guys that stepped up and did a good job in some of their roles, guys that excel in those games. I thought this whole weekend, Connor Gorder, guys like Olson, grinding it out, blocking shots. Austin Pagansky.
Last night's game, they did a really good job on the other end, and I give it credit to our guys too. We stuck with it, we battled with it, and obviously there wasn't much flow to the game and stuff as well, but we were able just to stay persistent and just keep pushing forward, which was good.
As the UND hockey team approaches the season's halfway point, the long Christmas break following this weekend's series in Denver will allow for a look back on the best start any player currently on the team has had.
We returned a lot of guys from last year, and there's a lot of veterans on this team this year, and that have been through a lot in their careers, and we kind of learned different things. But definitely from the end of last year, I think we were playing good hockey with good mentality and stuff, and for the most part, that's definitely carried over. The young guys have come in and done a great job and kind of learned from the older guys, so for sure.
Despite being ranked first in the national polls this season, dealt a valuable learning experience early on.
Obviously, when our first home game against Bemidji, I think that was a big loss. But
we've had a pretty good start despite our first game against Bemidji, and I think that was our wake-up call right away. That was the first game of the year this year. Is that we weren't going to be able to go out and outskill anybody. I think Bemidji kind of gave us the wake-up call that we needed to outcompete and outwork our opponents if we were going to win, and I think that's happened for the most part since then.
I think a couple of the games that we played against Bemidji, the non-conference game against Bemidji and then another game at home that we were a little bit slow starting. And I think the slow starts on Friday nights were maybe one thing that we could have been better at, to have more of a complete first half. But overall, I think we did a pretty good job in the first half and set ourselves up for the second half.
And everyone knows there's always room for improvement.
Oh, this is where you build in terms of a team, and that's what we're trying to do. Part of attaining and achieving a goal at the end of the year is putting yourself in a good position throughout the year. So that's what we're working towards right now. In terms of winning games, it's about positioning. In terms of building our team, it's about development and improving individually and collectively.
Obviously, there's still things we need to work on and build on for the second half. I think one of the big things is consistency and playing 60 minutes every game. There's been too many games this year where we've had 5, 10, 15-minute lulls in our game that we've allowed other teams to either get up on us or kind of get back in games. So that's something to continue to build on and work on. But I think obviously it's been a pretty good start.
While UND faced a handful of struggling non-conference opponents this half of the season, there was no shortage of adversity to overcome.
So far, the biggest thing for our team has been resiliency. I think we've learned how to handle ourselves and to win games, no matter what the situation is. I've really liked the adaptability of some of our players and going into some roles that aren't maybe naturally their role, but they're able to step in and help out for a little while through injury situations. So just some of that adaptability and resiliency has been a positive sign for us.
Beginning in January, North Dakota will look to maintain its spot in the rankings through 7 conference matchups and just 1 non-conference series. Coach Brad Berry has adopted a famous nickname for their second half opponents.
Yeah, the Murderers Row, as you call it. It's a tough schedule, but you know what? It makes you battle ready, and I think it makes you a better team going into the postseason play because every game is a war, and it's tough to get 3 points, get 4 points on a weekend when you got the teams you're playing against in our conference. So again, like I said, it's great to have competition like that because it makes you a better team at the end of the year.
Looking down the final stretch of the season, one message resonates within UND's dressing room.
It's big. Last year our motto was press the fight, just push the fight every game, every shift, and this year we want to finish the fight, meaning that we want to finish games off, and I think our first half have been pretty good at finishing game off. Other than the Providence game where we gave one up late, we've been in a couple of close games where we've had to finish the fight in the third period, and we have. So, but again, our main goal is to finish it off in April, and that's something we have to work towards every day.
Mm-hmm.